24 hours, a shot, fully CG. What the hell was that? This challenge is ruined, filled with fireflies. I really need help. It's 4. I will now explain the mission. So Minecraft. What is Minecraft? Well, thankfully, on the website, there's a very, very clear explanation. It's a game about placing blocks and going on adventures. I have to respectively disagree with this statement, because whilst this is a very big part of Minecraft, for me, it's not what Minecraft is about. What Minecraft is really about is investing time, effort, hope, dreams, and have it all come down in a matter of minutes, all lost. What I mean by this is, once I used to play Minecraft, not actually too long ago. You spend all this time really grasping onto things you love, your house, the environment around you, a pet perhaps, a whole assortment of diamond armor, and you'll be in a cave, alone, dark, cold, and miserable, and out of nowhere, a zombie will come and simply kill you. And through the power of visual effects and 24 hours, I have till 4 o'clock tomorrow. It is currently Saturday 23rd of November. On Sunday the 24th of November at 4 o'clock, I aim to deliver a shot, fully CG. Blocks are not what Minecraft is about. It's about thinking outside the block and showing you guys what this would look like in as real as possible, in as little time as possible. So let's do that. Okay, so in order to come up with a concept and an idea for what I'm going to do with this shot, I pretty much have to create a previs, and usually a previs is just a stripped down basic version of the final shot. Now, because we're creating a more complex version of Minecraft, it only seems kind of poetic that we visit Minecraft and use that as our previs tool. There's a cave over there which I kind of like, so we're gonna go over to that cave. I was not expecting that cave to be like that. That bit of parallax there. I like this little passage here. We'll just start digging away over here. Yeah, something like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is a very stripped down version of the final CG environment that we will then go into Maya and build, and light and texture. And what the hell was that? I don't like this. This is kind of my whole point with this, is that Minecraft is a horror. Yeah, it doesn't have the graphics, and RTX graphics cards have ray tracing, and Minecraft now supports ray tracing, and you can get some really stunning results, but for the most part, this blocky stuff doesn't look real enough to me. So we're gonna recreate this in CG with realistic textures, realistic lighting, realistic characters. If I wanna, that's what I'm trying to do. Let's just put that there, and we'll get this pressure plate here. This is gonna be so janky. I apologize to anyone who really enjoys Minecraft. This is my concept for the whole thing. I'm gonna pitch it to you in about 30 seconds. Okay, so you come in here, look around. I'm gonna look to the right, look to the left. Oh my god, a zombie. Film. Cut. Oscar. I'll take it. Dude, shut up, man. I'm trying to deliver my pitch. That's my previs. I'm going to use that now. Track a realistic camera move in Nuke, which I'm now going to show you. Bring that camera into Maya. Model, texture, all that nice stuff. Light. Render it out. And then tomorrow, I aim to use the remaining time to comp. We lost a zombie. Okay, so we're now in Nuke, which is a compositing software, but we're using it before our 3D to create our 3D camera, which we're then going to import into Maya just to get a realistic camera move, because at the end of the day, I think that's something that Minecraft doesn't have, is that kind of just very locked off axis, but using a plate, which is basically our footage, we're able to track that motion, create a 3D camera, bring that into Maya, and use that as our render camera for our CG. Neat little trick. I'll show you the footage half cached out. The footage is pretty much just looking to the side like we did in our previs, and then we're going to have our zombie friend run out of the center. Tracked it If we go into our scene, you can now see our camera does the movement we want. It's going to go through, it's going to look to the left, it's going to take its time, it's going to look to the right, and it's going to track back. So I just added a grid to the floor just to test it, and the grid is tracking in nicely. We use this card, we're going to export the geo and bring it into Maya, and that's how we're going to know which is our ground plane, just so we can get the correct perspective. Okay, so here we are in Maya, which is the 3D package I will be using. It's the one that I use. I'm not quite sure why I use it. For the most part, it's very good. I don't have GPU rendering, which means that my rendering will probably be done overnight and will take an extensive amount of time, and also means if it goes wrong, this challenge is pretty much ruined. I basically got a bunch of these rocky assets, all just not even clean, just like bashed together, like in a weird sort of medley, just everything just thrown all over the place. It's kind of disgusting, actually. From the beginning of the sequence, you can play out, this is just the raw. I put a pickaxe, I'll probably animate that pickaxe in comp later, make it bob up and down, but you know, it's nice. Everything kind of is looking to the right, looking to the left. Zombie running at you. Bang, cuts there. This is the kind of lighting that I'm going for. 2 torches, just like we had in our previs. That will illuminate the scene nicely. I'm going to add a flicker effect, and that will also cast shadows on our pickaxe. It should, I think. And then we'll add some nice depth of field, not a lot, just enough. In terms of the fire, let me just speak about the fire quickly. These are just placeholders for the fire that I'll probably comp in Nuke. Later, using the camera, I'll just project cards using these same cards. I just wanted to put them there as placeholders. I'm going to have a play around with this, and I will clock in next, and hopefully we'll have some CPU rendering. I'm calling 8 hours for the render. Okay, so we're back. It's a new day. I let the renders go on overnight. Knowing my luck, there was always going to be a problem, and there is a slight problem. If we look at the raw passes that I got from Maya, you can see that they are filled with fireflies, which are these little pixels of light. And I mean, there is a way to get rid of them. Ideally, I would have just liked to do it in Maya. I have an hour left there, so it's going to be tight, but I really need help here. Okay, so here is my export out of Maya. This is what we rendered overnight. You can see the fireflies. Managed to kill them using the firefly killer gizmo. I will link that in the description. Just defocus that a little bit, and then I'm basically plussing all these in, copying back the alpha, Z depth, which you will see if I turn it on and off. Just that subtle bit of blur on the sides, just a nice little feature. And then in terms of the fog, I've pretty much got my 3D camera projecting a sphere of noise, and that's basically being multiplied over my emission pass, which has the emission pass has the volume, and that's what's being multiplied on top of it. I've still got a bit of time, still got about 40 minutes, so I'm going to just get along with that, and then just before 4 I will confirm that I'm finishing the comp, and we will go ahead and hit render, I guess. Okay, so the time is 4:45. We finished a bit early. I think I'm just going to use this time now to render. It's going to take me about 15 minutes to render. What you're going to see next is the final result. Hit this, and I hit render here. That's the last move, I think. Let's see how this looks then, shall we? I present to you Minecraft, a horror short, 10-second shot.